Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to review the Rythmik L22 Direct Servo Subwoofer. It is right there and on the screen behind me. Sorry, it's not like right here closer to me. I did throw out my back recently, so the idea of like moving it out here and propping it up on something and lifting it up, bad idea. If you've thrown out your back before, you know just moving it in the wrong direction or putting load on yourself can just cause another injury and add weeks to your recovery. So I didn't want to deal with that, and I'm just going to shut up about that. Let's get back to the product. So I'll be honest, while I do like the Rythmik brand and I am interested in a lot of their subwoofers, this was not one that I particularly cared to review. However, I was on Facebook Marketplace and a local seller had one for sale for the low price of $550 used. So I just grabbed it, honestly, and I said, let's make a video. I know some of you guys in the comments did ask about this in the past, and a few of you someone theorized that this subwoofer would be like the hidden gem in the Rythmik lineup and be like the music champion. I'll tell you if it is or not, but essentially what this is like a double stack L12. That was the first Rythmik subwoofer I reviewed, and I really liked that one a lot. That one was just $569, and I thought it was so good for the money. I said for 2020 it was the best product I had reviewed so far, and even like made a video about that, you know, best product for 2020 or whatever. So what we've got is two 12-inch drivers in a sealed cabinet. They are servo controlled. They've got 600 watts RMS going to them. Their minus 3 dB point is going to be 18 hertz, just like the L12. There is a single band PEQ and a few other features around back, like different options for like music only, home theater, and so on and stuff like that. And feel free to read about that on their website if you want to. In the previous video, some of you guys complained that I didn't talk about the servo technology and what that's all about. I don't like doing a deep tech talk about products, and I'll tell you why. Because all that information is listed on their website, and essentially I'm just gonna be like reading off their website if I'm giving you like a deep tech talk about their technology. And honestly, every company swears they've got some kind of like technology that makes them stand out. And personally, I don't care. I don't care about anyone's proprietary technology or the thing that makes them different or what they have to say about it. I only care what it does in a real world environment. You know what I mean? Like they could be like, oh, this technology makes the subwoofer like extend down to like 1 hertz. Okay, I don't care what you say. Does it really do it? That's all I care about. But in an attempt to be a team player, I will give you just a really simple, in layman's terms, what the servo technology does. So essentially, and again, super layman's terms, so if someone wants to give me shit that I'm off here, I swear to God. Anyway, so it's going to help the subwoofer extend lower, have a flatter frequency response towards the end, and it's going to help it have make better use of its power. In a sense, kind of like boosting efficiency a little bit. How much is anyone's guess? I did try to bother Rythmik for like a direct answer, like, is it like 20% more than a traditional subwoofer in wattage? Like, and they were like, we're not answering that question. It doesn't really work that way. So let's just leave that aside. But essentially what you do want to take away is it's going to help it extend lower. It's going to help it be a little bit more efficient. So if it seems like it doesn't have as much power as you want, maybe don't worry about that so much. And it's going to be a lot deeper. And I did find those things to be true, honestly. Yeah, we're going to shut up about the servo tech. If you want to learn more about it, feel free to do your own research. This is not a tech talk. So the subwoofer itself. It's going to have great mid-bass articulation. I really thought that was very good. Some of my speakers could use some help in that frequency range. Like Buchard S400, for example, is a great example. They have a lot of that like below 50 hertz bass, but below like 50 and 70, not so much. And my room doesn't help with that either a whole lot. So this being able to blend in those higher frequencies seamlessly really helped a lot. Moving down to the bass overall, compared to the L12 with its single 12-inch driver, this is going to have a lot more weight to it, a lot more presence, just a whole lot more like oomph, if you will, in pretty much all the lower frequencies. But like the L12, it's not going to have the strongest attack in those lower frequencies, say 40 hertz, 45 hertz, and below. And if you're thinking like, hey, this thing's like $950, like why doesn't it have stronger attack? Well, do remember when I reviewed the L12, I told you guys, Rythmik never actually planned on making a subwoofer that cheap, and the F12 was actually their standard baseline model, but consumers kept asking for a more affordable subwoofer, so they made the L12. And you know, making a subwoofer so cheap that is so capable, it's gonna have like, it just can't be perfect, right? And it's slightly weak attack in the lower frequencies, I think is what is the price you have to pay to have so much goodness at such a low price, because nothing's perfect. The L22 being an evolution of that subwoofer, it's essentially just a double stack of that with more power, is going to have this similar sound signature, right? And again, if you're thinking like, hey, I want strong low bass attack, don't worry. For $30 more, you can get the Rythmik F12 that has that. You know what I mean? So problem solved. What this is going to be for, and I'm essentially taking this directly from the Rythmik website, is it's a home theater subwoofer that is also articulate enough for music. So if you've got a theater first system and listen to music occasionally, and you can't accommodate something wider, or you can't accommodate dual subs, and you want as much radiating surface area as possible, this is going to be a great solution. It's got tons of rumble to it. It's got very strong bass output in quantity, and its quality and articulation are quite good as well. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've really left out here. I'll try to give you a little bit of market context, but there isn't really much. So two 12-inch drivers in surface area is going to be equivalent to one 17-inch subwoofer, if such a thing existed. So the radiating surface area is quite more, but with the dual 12s, you are going to have double the motor force, but we're not really going to get a whole lot into that. So we have the SVS PC2000 Pro. That's going to be a similar design where it's going to focus on taking up vertical real estate as opposed to width and depth. But that's a ported subwoofer, so we really can't compare that here. I did used to own it. It's a good subwoofer in its own right, though. Next, we have the REL. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called the 212, but it's $4,000. So again, it just wouldn't make sense to compare that here. This thing being $950 is a great solution for someone that can't accommodate more width or like a lot of depth, or maybe can't have dual subwoofers, or can, but you just want as much radiating surface area as possible. So the original question in the beginning, is this the hidden gem in Rythmik's lineup? Is this the music champion? No, per their own website, it's a home theater subwoofer that is articulate enough for music. And that's what it is, right? I think the best one they have for music so far that I've heard, and we're going to talk about it in another video when I review that unit, is the F12 that I happen to be sitting on. It's $30 more. It's a single 12-inch driver, which is, a little bit more of a normal design. It has that stronger leading edge in the lower frequencies. It actually gets deeper with more extension and authority, believe it or not. But again, for another video, right? Let me think if there's anything else I've left out here on this subwoofer. It does not come in gloss black. Big bummer for me. You guys know I love the shiny. Yeah, I'm just going to shut up. I don't think I have much else to say. Great subwoofer. If you have any questions, let's rap about it in the comments below. And until next time, later.